Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank those who support this channel, because this channel is where it is because of your continued and unwavering support. If you are watching us for the first time, allow me to request you to hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell, and like our videos. It was the second day of the mass action as called by Azimio, fighting to ensure that all Kenyans, those who voted for the Kenya Kwanza and those who voted for the Azimio, to ensure that the cost of living comes down for both of them. The police, as usual, rained terror on them, breaching the constitution and the law. But Raila continues to fight on. Now, Raila has another big win, because last week, the former Nairobi governor went to court petitioning Raila because he wanted the court to compel Raila to abandon this sacred cause. He wanted the court to declare illegal the mass actions, and he wanted the courts to declare that those who participate on the mass actions should be apprehended with immediate effect. But this is the ruling that gives Raila much joy and impetus to continue fighting for the Kenyans. The ruling, it's reported, the High Court on Monday, March 2027, declined to stop Azimio la Umoja's demonstrations. It further says that while issuing the ruling, Justice Hedwig Ogundi stated that the court did not have the authority to force police to ensure peaceful processions and assembly. The petition was filed by former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko days before the countrywide mass actions kicked off. So, quoting verbatim, this is what the judge said: "It would therefore not be proper for these courts to appear to be setting out new regulations and policies which is not within its docket." That is what the judge said. They don't want to break the law, because the courts are supposed to interpret the law and set a good precedent. It goes further to say, the court further declined to issue orders to Inspector General of Police Japhet Koome to arrest the demonstrators, noting that it did not have the authority to direct the Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki on who to arrest, because Sonko wanted the court to declare and to compel the police to just apprehend people anyhowly. Quoting verbatim, this is what the judge said: "It would therefore not be proper for these courts to appear to be setting new regulations and policies which is not within its docket." That is what the court said. And with that, Raila Amolo Odinga has got a big win. He's rejuvenated. He's got an impetus to go on Thursday. What do you think Rigathi Gachagua is thinking from where he is? And why do you think the courts have decided to be making rulings that go against this Kenya Kwanza team? Because when the Kenya Kwanza team came to power, it seemed that they had captured the judiciary, the IEBC, the legislative arm of the government, parliament. But the courts seem to be, disentangling itself. We've had the ruling on the media when the government wanted to gag them. We've had the ruling on GMO still lying in court for now. We've had the ruling of the CAS, the chief administrative secretaries, and it seems that like they are now coming to the reality of what is happening in the country. I have a feeling that the judiciary has got some weight of guilt in them, because they know that we are where we are because of the opaque ruling from the Supreme Court with the hot air and all these things. If they had made a ruling to take people back to elections, maybe we wouldn't be here today. And so they want to redeem themselves. They know that Kenyans are pointing a finger at them. We placed on them a very big role, a sacred role, to ensure that they help this country, but instead they messed up. So I think they want to redeem themselves. These people are very tired of Ruto's perpetual breach of law and breach of the constitution. At one point, he sent the military to Pokot and to the warring places to help with the banditry, but he does not follow the law. He does it without the the indulgence of parliament. At some point, William Ruto swears in the chief administrative secretaries without passing through parliament. At some point, William Ruto wants to revenge on the media. So they know very well this act of revenge and terror on institutions is something that they don't like. And so they have decided enough is enough. And I think this is the reason why they are behaving this way. These people, the courts also understand, because they are Kenyans. They are our sons and daughters, our brothers and sisters. They know that when innocent Kenyans go out there and are asking the government to bring down the cost of living, that is not an illegality. They have brothers and sisters who are dying of hunger. They know, they read papers, they just understand how drought is ravaging and animals are dying. So they have decided that maybe this is the time to stand up to be counted, because they don't want to allow William Ruto to rain more terror on us. Because if they had allowed, for example, that the police should be arresting people who are demonstrating, they will be going against the law. They will give the government a leeway to commit more atrocities. And they have decided that since we know that Kenyans are fighting for their rights, then we must allow them. And they want William Ruto to, do things in accordance with the law. We have maintained that anything that goes beyond the law is anarchy. And I'm telling you this, if you've read countries that plunged into anarchy, when people live in a country that is guided by lawlessness, I can assure you, you won't like it. Today someone will come, snatch your phone, you are helpless, there is nowhere you will go, because the law will not be guiding our country. And the judiciary and the courts do not want the country to plunge into such lawlessness. With this ruling, Raila Amolo Odinga now will go full throttle on Thursday, because all the means that were placed, all the hurdles that were placed before him have been thwarted. They wanted to gag the media. The court said, no, you cannot gag the media. Let them report this. Raila Amolo Odinga knew very well that they had written a letter to the international community. Raila countered that letter, and so he is safe wherever he is. Everything that has been placed before him, they have now thwarted. So Raila is now stronger, and the Azimio understand very well that they must conduct themselves within the law, because the courts that interpret the law has given them the authority. So as they go there, the authority has come from the courts, the authority has come from our constitution, and the whole world continues to watch as they rain terror on leaders, senior leaders in this country, the former president, the former prime minister, the former vice president. So ladies and gentlemen, it is a big win for the Azimio, it is a big win for Kenya, and I know the courts should and must continue on the same breath, because the government wanted to use unconstitutional means to stop this protest, yet they are within the law. I don't know what you think, but from where I sit, this is a slap on the face to the president. Is the relationship between the executive and the judiciary dwindling? I don't know. Please share with me on the comment section.